Hello and welcome to Elecspo. My name's James and today I'm gonna... Oh my god, I don't know my voice there. Hello and welcome to Elecspo. My name's James and today I'm gonna look at the 12 most expensive transfers from this summer. Using Football Manager, I've gone 5 years into the future and I'm gonna see just how each of the 12 most expensive signings have done at their new club. Each player will get a rating that will either be branded a flop, hit and miss, or smashed it. But how will the 12 players get on? There's only one way to find out, but if you haven't already, drop a like on this video and whack the subscribe button like the lovely people that I know you are. Go on, I know you're dying to press it. Go on, just give it a little tickle. Go on. Anyway, on with today's video. Martin Odegaard smashed it. I mean, of course Martin Odegaard smashed it. It's Martin Pissin Odegaard. He's FM royalty for goodness sake. I genuinely don't think I've seen a simulation where Martin Odegaard hasn't been a hit ever since he probably emerged on the game, since about FM 14, 15ish. I remember one time signing him when he was 35 years old, pretty much over the hill, gave him 300 grand a week just to sell a few shirts. It worked an absolute dream. But here, Odegaard's at Arsenal and he's been absolutely sensational. Look at those numbers, man. Christ, in the 2023-24 season, he got 10 Player of the Match awards. In pretty much every season he's hit double figures for assists. In all competitions, his average ratings have ranged from 7.54 to 7.79. That is absolutely sensational from the Norwegian and well worth the 30 million quid. And on top of that, he is also the Arsenal captain. Arsenal have been on a bit of a journey throughout this simulation. They're climbing the table and they've just had back-to-back top 4 finishes managed by Patrick Vieira. Vieira's getting the goods out of Martin Odegaard, who during his time at Arsenal has still only won an FA Cup. And he wasn't actually the captain then, so he didn't get to lift the trophy himself. But there has been a takeover, so that's nice for Martin Odegaard. He's probably getting a lot more money. What's he on? 210 grand a week. Not bad at all. Martin Odegaard absolutely smashed it. Danny Ings smashed it. Right, I very nearly went hit and miss here because, I mean, there's been a couple of seasons where Danny Ings didn't hit double figures and he's also been relegated. But when you look at his average ratings, Danny Ings' performance has been brilliant. It's been his Aston Villa teammates that have been letting him down. In his first season he got 18 goals, 19 in all competitions. And his average ratings, I mean, they've been absolutely brilliant. The season they went down, they weren't too good, 7.34, only 8 goals in the league. But unsurprisingly, Danny Ings absolutely tore it up in the Championship with 25 goals and an average rating of 7.81. 30 million quid, it's gone alright. I mean, they probably don't plan to get relegated in the next few years with Danny Ings leading the line, but you know, anything can happen in the Barclays Premier League. Is it even the Barclays anymore? It's just fun calling it the Barclays, isn't it? Ings has still got another couple of years on his contract at Aston Villa, and his goals propelled Aston Villa back to the top flight of English football. Emiliano Buendia smashed it. What a strange career this man's had. Obviously joined Aston Villa this summer, he's been great in the Championship for Norwich. In the Premier League with Villa, he got 15 goals and 8 assists, and he only stayed at Villa Park for a year because he was snapped up by Real Madrid of all clubs. That tells you how good Buendia was at Villa Park. £62 million took him to the Bernabeu, and over 3 seasons he was great. I mean, he wasn't a guaranteed starter, but when he did play, he was absolutely brilliant. In his first year he actually played 30 games, 29 of which were starts, and that was his best season of this entire simulation. Past couple of years has been a bit more difficult, and now he's at Liverpool, who he joined for £45.5 million. But there is an issue, because it doesn't look like he's played in the most recent season. Has he been injured? Let's have a little look. There's no mention, just for some reason he hasn't been playing at Liverpool. Why did they bother signing him if they weren't going to play him? Look at the appearances, and there is Emiliano Buendia, bottom of the pile. 3 cup appearances, 1 goal, and he's asked the manager to leave. But I suppose in the years going up to this, he has been a hit. So yeah, he has smashed it. Well done, Emiliano. Just because Brendan Rodgers doesn't trust you doesn't mean you're not a good player. He's unhappy the promises made to convince him to sign have been broken. Damn you, Brendan Rodgers. Damn you straight to hell, doing Buendia dirty like that. At least Buendia's won himself a couple of trophies. Well, when he was at Real Madrid, Spanish First Division, Super Cup, and a Spanish Super Cup, and another Spanish Cup in 2022 as well. Better than he would have done at Villa. They went down. Tammy Abraham, hit and miss. We've got a first player who hasn't smashed it. Tammy Abraham's gone to Roma for 34 million quid. Actually, it hasn't been that bad, to be honest. I mean, considering I said Danny Ings had smashed it, maybe I've been harsh on Tammy Abraham here. In his first season he only got 5 goals, which was awful. Then the 2 seasons after that, he hit 15 and 15. Years after that, 9 and 11. I mean, he's been okay, but just okay. In all competitions, has he been hitting double figures every season? He has 20 goals in 2022-23, which was exceptional. The only year he didn't hit double figures was his first year, but I mean, it was a slow start to Italian football for Tammy Abraham, but by the looks of things, he is starting to improve. And incredibly, he's actually won Serie A and he's won an Italian Cup, and he even helped England win the Euros in 2024. In fact, scrap what I said about Tammy Abraham, this man has absolutely smashed it, kind of. Can I have like a half and half? If I was savvy enough with like Adobe After Effects, I could do this, but I just put a new graphic up. Tammy Abraham, smashed it. Ibrahima Konate, flop. Now this is undisputed. Ibrahima Konate's Liverpool career was appalling. In his first year he made 2 appearances, both of which were only off the bench. They were the only times he played for Liverpool in the Premier League. The year after he went to Stuttgart on loan, it wasn't that good, he was just shy of a 7. Next year he went to Hertha on loan, got above a 7, a little bit better. Then he was sold to Arsenal for £32 million. In both these seasons at the Emirates he's been distinctly average, which kind of sums up Arsenal defenders in recent years. His move to Liverpool was an absolute bust, and over the years Konate still hasn't played for France. At Arsenal, I suppose at least they qualified for the Champions League, but he's not doing great, let's be honest. I mean, just shy of a 7, it's not exceptional, is it? Not the kind of player Liverpool thought they signed this summer. I mean, he might be better than this in reality, I hope he bloody is, Christ. Raphael Varane smashed it. Right, he's sort of fallen out of favour now. He feels David De Gea is a vital part of the dressing room. He's willing to fight to regain his place in the first team, which obviously suggests he's no longer in the first team. But I mean, he's 32 years old now. He's still got a couple of years left in his contract. Up until this season, where he's only played 10 times in the Premier League, Varane has been exceptional. Those are the kind of numbers you expect from an elite centre-back. I mean, look at that. 2022-23, 7.45. The only issue with Varane is he's never managed more than 28 games in a Premier League season. Let's have a little look at his milestones, see what he's won. He's won 3 League Cups and a Champions League in 2024. But no Premier League title for Varane and Manchester United. In reality, his debut is absolutely incredible. A clean sheet, and somehow he even got himself an assist, which is a wonderful little treat when I logged into fantasy football and saw he got his 12 points. Good on you, Rafa. Keep it up, son. Dayot UPAMECANO smashed it. A 3rd French centre-back in a row, the 2nd to come from Leipzig, and while Konate failed, UPAMECANO is thriving. He went to Bayern Munich, and you know what, just like Raphael Varane, a picture of consistency. Again, like Varane, not playing every game, but when he is playing, he's been an absolute colossus at the back. 7.33, 7.34, picture of consistency. He's in the French squad unlike Konate, he's got 30 caps for his country. Let's have a little look at his milestones, see what he's done there. Bundesliga's pretty much every season bar 1, but no European crown for Dayot UPAMECANO. With 3 French centre-backs in the most expensive players in the world this summer, just shows the ridiculous amount of depth that the French have got. I mean, sure, Konate has been crap in the simulation, but I mean, he'll be better than that in reality. As for UPAMECANO, an incredible centre-back, and Bayern Munich did brilliant business to sign him this summer. Based on FM, he's going to be a star. Ben White smashed it. When I went onto this simulation, I logged in, I saw Ben White wasn't at Arsenal, I saw he'd gone to Hertha Berlin, I thought Ben White had absolutely cocked it up. I thought his career had gone down the pan, but oh no, Ben White joined Hertha Berlin for £89 million. At Arsenal he was solid, he was getting mid 7.1s, now he's gone to Hertha Berlin playing in the Bundesliga. Honestly, he's incredible. He's got higher ratings than Varane and UPAMECANO. 89 million quid, that is absolutely outrageous. I mean, when you compare Ben White to the likes of Varane and UPAMECANO, it's crazy that Ben White costs more money. Based on this, he is the superior player. At Hertha Berlin, he's having an absolutely sensational time. I don't know how they're doing so well, but they are, and that's all that matters. Hertha Berlin and Ben White are absolutely killing it. I mean, 3 goals, 4 assists. He's a creative force, Ben White. Surely this isn't the same Ben White. It can't be. Arsenal will find a way to ruin him, I'm sure, anyway. ACHRAF Hakimi smashed it. This one, absolutely no surprise at all. Hakimi, a great signing by PSG. He was great for Dortmund, he was great for Inter Milan. At PSG, I saw him again the other night against Reims when Lionel Messi made his debut. Honestly, he had the freedom of the park down that right flank. He got a brilliant assist for Kylian Mbappe, and based on this simulation, he's been fantastic. Assists, doing alright, average ratings, great. ACHRAF Hakimi, he's the modern full-back dream. He's got pace for days, and at PSG, I mean, he's going to have an absolute whale of the time. He can just burst down the flank with unchallenged, clearly, based on the other night. All you've got to do is give it to Messi or Mbappe, and they'll probably score. I mean, you can give it to Neymar too if you fancy it as well. He's got options, Hakimi, and based on this, he's going to be a wonderful, wonderful signing for PSG. But I think you probably already knew that. In terms of milestones, PSG have been dominating in the league, but they are still yet to win the Champions League. They were runners-up again in 2024, meaning Hakimi and Paris Saint-Germain still haven't won a European trophy. JADON Sancho smashed it. This simulation is going a lot better than I thought. I thought we'd at least have a few duds, but no, everyone's doing brilliantly. JADON Sancho, another player, he's back in the Premier League, playing for Man United, and he's been great. I mean, look at these numbers, absolutely fantastic. Average ratings, high 7.67. I mean, that's, you cannot get better. I was about to say you can't get better than that. You can obviously get better than that, you bloody idiot. But in terms of, you know, compared to other players, great stuff from JADON Sancho. My only surprise is he's only played 32 times for England. I would have thought he'd played a lot more than that by 2025. I mean, obviously, it'd be 2026 in reality, but you can tell by the way I've done this simulation that the first year is the way the leagues are now with like Brentford and that in, but because of where FM is, it starts in 2020. Doesn't matter. Anyway, JADON Sancho, great start in Man United, a great few years, earning 350 grand a week, and he is a wanted man, wanted by Tottenham Hotspur and Real Madrid. Quite exciting. JADON Sancho, just like pretty much everyone else in this video not called Ibrahima Konate, he's smashing it. Come on, lads. 2 more to go, let's bring it home. ROMELU Lukaku, hit and miss. I was very, very close to branding ROMELU Lukaku a flop. Then again, I saw how many goals he was scoring, that would have just been absolutely laughable. If it wasn't for this one season where he only got 4 Premier League goals, he would have been a hit. First season, 17 goals, then he got 20, then 18. His most recent season, again, not great, only 12. But I mean, he is just a goal scoring phenomenon, isn't he? Every season, bar that absolute dud, he's scored at least 20 goals in all competitions. And on top of that, he is the Chelsea captain, which isn't anything to shout about because they have been absolutely appalling a lot of time in this simulation. I mean, some of the finishes have been awful. They've just came 7th in the Premier League, managed by Pep Guardiola, but they have at least won a couple of trophies. Yes, ROMELU Lukaku, he's lifted the FA Cup and he's also lifted the Europa League. He didn't play in either game, but that doesn't matter. I'm sure he'd have done a John Terry, got his kit on and held that trophy high above his head as if it was him that scored the winner. If this was just based on the first 3 seasons, ROMELU Lukaku absolutely would have smashed it, but things have kind of started to unravel somewhat. Combine that with Chelsea's poor league form, and all I can say is hit and miss. Lukaku should be taking Chelsea to the title, not bloody 7th. Jack Grealish, flop. Just like his hair, Jack Grealish is floppy. Did that work? Anyway, he's a flop. 100 million quid, the most expensive in the world this summer. The most expensive signing in Premier League history. The most expensive Englishman in the history of the game. And he's been naff. At Manchester City, he just didn't really do much. I mean, yes, he did start in the team, but I mean, 16 starts, 15 starts in the second season. Just not very good at all. As time went on, he played less and less. And by 2024, he'd signed for Roma for £37.5 million. Where, to be honest, he hasn't gotten much better. Let's have a little look at his milestones. While he wasn't performing great, at least he won some trophies. He won a Premier League, he won a second Premier League, he won a third Premier League, he won a Champions League, he won an FA Cup, and some Super Cups as well, which don't really count. Jack Grealish's trophy cabinet would suggest that he's been an absolute star at Manchester City, but when you look at the average ratings, you look at the goals he's scored, the assists he's got, he just hasn't. I mean, Adam Johnson's got loads of trophies as well, and look what happened to him. Oh god, I can't make that joke at all. Christ, let's end it now. we will leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo. And until next time, we will see you around.